Congratulations, you have officially enrolled in K-9 College. We are beginning a new segment called K-9 College, where you're going to learn a lot about yourself as a pet parent and maybe even more about your four-legged family members as we continue this furry-friendly series. I'm so happy to introduce to you your other family doctor, Dr. Dixie Brown. So great to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited not only to just have you here and to kind of share your background, but with K-9 College and all this stuff we're going to do with the segments to come. Hopefully we'll get to some questions, a lot of the viewer questions and your most commonly asked question we're going to talk about here in a second. But give us your background, Dr. Brown. You're a local vet here in the Cape, and I know you kind of have a fascinating history that I'm excited for you to tell people about. You spent some time in Hollywood.
I've had a full life. I've had a very, very full life, a lot of fun. I spent about 14 years traveling and training animals, and then working in Hollywood, doing films, commercials.
It's just fascinating. I could talk to you for hours. We just showed a photo, actually. So what is this? What are we looking at there?
This was when I was performing at Circus.
Okay.
So I had a little dog act at Circus, and it was a lot of fun.
So you were performing with the animals.
I was at one time. I've done that. I've done it behind the scenes, you know. Behind every animal, there's a trainer hidden somewhere.
Yes,
it was always fun. I ducked behind desks, and we had some ducks on the water, and I was underneath holding lines, and I would duck underneath the water, and they'd say cut, and I'd come back up again.
So you worked in a lot of film, a lot of commercials, and when she's saying animal training, we're not talking about dogs and cats. We're talking elephants. We're talking alligators. You were wrangling alligators back in the day.
Those were the days. Wolves, you betcha.
What did you learn about training animals?
Patience. Always, you know, reading body language, trying to figure out what they're going to do ahead of time, you know, talking to them.
Yeah. I think, you know, in the segments to come, too, we always talk about can you teach an old dog new tricks, and we're going to get down to the bottom of that with Dr. Brown as well. I have Border Collies, so for me, I think it's a little easier than most, maybe. Would you agree?
Depends on the Border Collie.
So K-9 College, again, you're going to learn so much. Learning about dogs is one thing, and learning about skin irritations and living with them here in Florida is a little bit different than around the country. What is your most commonly asked question that you get when you're practicing or around animal lovers?
Number one question: why do my dogs itch? I mean, why do they itch? You know, that's the number one question. They come in from all stages of, you know, just itching to, I've had dogs walk in that literally had no more hair left on, and they were kind of oozing from every pore.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. As far as that, you know, I've lived all over the country, and I've never had, because my dogs have had skin problems and the itching, but it's so different here than it is in other parts of the country. I mean, why is that?
We have, well, there are pollens all the time. There are, we have a lot more allergenic grass. I mean, I don't care what you call it. It's that pretty grass, but it's weeds.
Yeah.
And the dogs
Let's be real, it's weeds.
Yeah, let's be real. And everything is itchy. We have more dust mites. Even though you might not have carpeting, you still have more dust mites. We have more molds. We have more pollens. And our bushes are more allergenic. So, and fleas. We'll get there in a minute. But everything causes itch. Up north, maybe once every 6 months, you might have a breakout. Down here, once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't understand it. So we did have a viewer question about paw licking, the animal's licking its paw out. Does that go along with the skin irritation and the itching, or is that something completely separate?
Okay, I don't want to classify it into one thing. There can be other reasons for licking your paws, but you have to remember that the majority of them are walking on weeds.
Yeah.
And our little dogs, you'll notice they skirt along the sidewalk, and then they'll jump over and do their thing, and then they jump back because it itches.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to understand that there's other reasons. Sometimes, though, some dogs will lick their paws because it makes them feel happy, like sucking a thumb.
Yeah.
And others, believe it or not, have a neck issue.
Okay.
And so you have that radiating tingle down their leg, and they don't understand it.
Just like every person, every dog is different, so until you take them into your veterinarian to kind of take a look at what's going on. Or if you're like my dog and you just eat the weeds, you can get a whole slew of other problems.
That's a different issue.
So we are so excited to learn more about you. Thank you for coming on the show today, and hopefully we can meet your furry babies. You've got a couple at home, and maybe we'll have them on for a few segments. But if you have or need a degree in K-9 College, or if you have a question for our doctor, post it to our Facebook page, then head to our website that's going to be at fox4morningblend.com.
Up next, we help open your eyes to the possibilities of eyelid surgery. Stay with us.